Algeria gets that result, they have what? How
No,
many?
if Zambia gets that result,
Yeah, no, if Zambia gets it, they get 7.
they will move to 7.
But Algeria there, they have
Algeria has just 1 point.
Oh, so
Algeria has 1 point. So if Algeria wins today, then they will move to 4 points.
Which is, leaves it wide open for them, but gives us an advantage.
It gives us an advantage.
Moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then, let's go back to our team now, because if you look at the bench, ordinarily, like when we had the news, let's even not forget, Iwobi, not in this team.
Not in this team.
He's injured.
Kelechi Iheanacho,
not playing fully, also playing about less than 10 minutes.
Exactly. Etebo, very energetic, being on the bench.
And Etebo too, playing less than 10 minutes as well.
Exactly. And then we have a new boy, Michael Ago, another Mikel.
What about Olaina that has been cleared?
Olaina has not been capped, but he has been cleared.
Is he a right back or left back? I think he's a left back.
Yes. And in fact, I expected that since he has been cleared by FIFA, that we should have seen him in the game against Cameroon. But I guess Genatroa, they want to take any chances.
Yeah,
but that left back remains.
Do you agree? Okay, that was where I was going.
It remains a weak
there were those that suggested that Echejele was the weakest in that chain.
In that defense, in that chain.
And because the Cameroon attack was almost from there.
Launching the attack from that place.
Do you think that this team, the Super Eagles, especially looking at the defense, of course, and then looking at the midfield, going into, because we're surely in the World Cup already.
For sure.
Not yet.
I can put my money
not yet, guys. Not yet.
We are there already.
No, we need to win first.
We just need this confirmation.
Let's suppose,
have 1 foot
let's suppose that we're in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Do you see this team performing beyond getting to the semi-finals, for instance?
Yes, I do. I do, because
of the World Cup,
football
of the World Cup. This is not playing Africa anymore.
I agree with you. This is not playing Africa. If we prepare well, if we get our acts right, I see us going all the way at the World Cup. I mean, we have a very young team. If you look at our team now, as presently constituted, you have somebody like Alex Iwobi, who is playing for Arsenal, not starting, or we are not missing him, quote and unquote, as it were, in this game that we played against Cameroon. Look at Kelechi Iheanacho. These are players that will begin to gain confidence as you go into the World Cup next year. Very young team. You have somebody like Olaina, who is a Chelsea player, but for Hull City. So then you have experience. You are backing it up with experience with the likes of Mikel Obi, Odio Igalo, and all that. So if you look at it, we'll have a very young team that can go places.
Isn't that, I want to overreaching ourselves when we say
no, we are not
all the way in the World Cup?
We are not.
It should be one match at a time.
If you look at the game we even played against South Africa, these Super Eagles, they were getting it right. They were beginning to gel. But when we played against South Africa, we missed some young, some experienced players. And Genatroa pointed out that if Mikel and Odio was in that team, that what we suffered against South Africa wouldn't have happened in the year. And sometimes you have a bad day. I come to look at it, the challenge we had against South Africa too was that of poor goalkeeping too. I mean, the first attempt at goal, if you can do it,
I think there was also communication between, I think, who was on the left back at that time. Echejele didn't play that much, did he?
Echejele did.
But there was somebody on there. Was that the right back?
Echejele did, but if you look at it, Echejele, like Kurele pointed out, has been a missing link.
The one against South Africa.
And then we missed Leon Balogun too against South Africa.
Yeah, he was
but if you look at the central defense pairing of Leon Balogun and Trossachon, very solid. The one they call the Oyibo defense. And then you have a Sheikh Abdullahi from the right, very good. And then the only missing link now, like we rightly pointed out, is the left back position.
Now,
but with Olai now coming in, and then we'll have a Tyrone Ebuehi, the young boy that plays for Ado Den Haag. These are players that need to be injecting into the team.
Let's look at the bench, because when Mikel was subbed yesterday, we saw that wasn't the chap that came in for him wearing number 21. Yeah, Mikel Ago, number 20. He wore the number 21 jersey.
Yeah.
Is he really able to fit into that position, or we should allow him grow into it? Because there was a pass he was supposed to have made to Moses. He missed it. We saw how furious Moses was. So was he overall, or just give him time?
If you look at if you look at the other Mikel now, the Mikel Ago, young boy, just 21, he's coming up. He needs to gel with the team, and it's good that he was thrown into the fray in the last 10 minutes of the game against Cameroon in Uyo, and Roa did the same thing yesterday again, bringing him.
Did we feel him yesterday? Because in Uyo, I think he lived up a little bit, but in Cameroon, there was something missing.
We were already on the back foot when he came in, so it was a lot of challenge.
So the strengths now that we're taking, with the strengths for the team now is the young players and the a little older experienced
ones. Yes.
So that makes the mix for us
that
to...
makes the mix, balance. I mean, you can see that Mikel now may not last the 90 minutes, but he stabilizes the team, and then you have a younger player, the younger players that can come in. Yesterday we had on the table, we had depth in the on the bench. You saw Ogeneka Rotebo coming in the second half. We now had somebody like Kelechi Iheanacho coming in and adding value to the team. What you look at is you have a bench where you can add value to the team. That was what we missed in Brazil during the World Cup. Keshi had players that you look